Hi, everybody, and welcome back, and welcome to October. What a way to start off the 10th month. Oh, would you like to have a little more? Well, I'd like to have a full month of it or a year round. Well, that's a little unrealistic. I'd like to have just a full forecast period of it, and that's a little unrealistic at this time as well. Still talking about a cold front that's coming, and it's going to change the game up, and I'm still hoping not until at least the midway point of your weekend. We still have in the cards and in the forecast a nice Saturday. We're holding on to high hopes of that continuing to be the pattern throughout the rest of the week. We'll see as it's updated. I'm just glad to have a forecast for you tonight, and I'll explain more on that in just a few moments. We'll get to local headlines and news and information in just a few moments, but first we'll talk briefly just about the federal government shutdown. Slimmed down, as some folks are referring to it, because not all services are being affected. It appears to be the most significant effect is that of the some 800,000 or so federal workers who are facing furloughs. Other services, a patchwork of which are remaining open, as lawmakers are also still on the job themselves, continuing to try to hash it out and come up with some sort of an agreement over Obamacare and the budget and the financial woes the economy is facing. These in particular. Mail is still going to be delivered. Social Security checks, payments will still go out in that mail. The military is still going to get their paychecks and continue to be on staff or on duty. That last one is only thanks to a last-minute bill which made its way through, and lawmakers are still on Capitol Hill, still on the job, still trying to come up with some sort of an agreement. The debate in Congress still at this hour looks just like it did before the official shutdown at midnight last night. House Republicans still insisting on changes to Obamacare as part of the budget bill, and Democrats just saying no. Again and again, the House has again endorsed an approach that delays the law's individual mandate while prohibiting lawmakers, their staff, and top administration officials from getting government subsidies for their health care. And the Senate, once again, as of early this morning, voted it down, once again by a party line vote, 54 to 46. So now it's just a question as to how long, indeed, this situation will go on. Keep in mind, here in the area, across the state parks, those facilities, any state-funded offices, jobs, all staying open, not affected for the most part, or any part that I can ascertain at this hour due to the federal government shutdown. You may, however, at the behest of state government officials and leaders, if you're planning a trip to somewhere, you might want to call ahead and check and make sure they're not being affected and not having some federal funding that may affect part of their or some or all of their operations. But all of our state parks and anything state funded is continuing to be up and running. The question is right now at this hour, how long is all of the standoff going to last? Congress is fast approaching another significant deadline, and that's just in a couple of weeks, and that is for the debt limit to change or face a U.S. government default on all of its loans. With that said, I mentioned just a few moments ago, and I am indeed glad to have a forecast for you tonight. The National Weather Service, federally funded, but they say they're keeping the lights on. 15 years this November, we've been on the air, been relying on the National Weather Service for most of our weather information and forecasting. And their website reads as follows. Due to the federal government shutdown, NOAA.gov, and most associated websites are unavailable. However, because the information this site provides is necessary to protect life and property, it is going to continue to be updated and maintained during the federal government shutdown, which still no one knows for certain how long it's going to last. It's been 17 years since we've seen any form of a shutdown of federal government and services, and this one, as of at least at this hour, has no end in sight. Now, tied to your weather forecast, more specifically weather conditions, after a long, wet, rainy season for a couple of months, well, things have dried up. And they've also done so right around the same time of the official fire ban burning season. That's right, October. Burning is prohibited as of today. That's when it all starts. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You're not allowed to burn anything outdoors or within 150 feet of any woodland or brush. 6A to 6P, no burning, and no burning within 150 feet of woodland or brush. With the past several weeks of some really dry weather, conditions have greatly improved the possibility of forest fires to develop and other fires to escape and become forest fires. Just to keep in mind, records throughout this state and others are all still confirming, as they have for decades, 99% of all forest fires are started by us, human beings. So keep that in mind and make sure you follow those guidelines as it is the fall forest fire hazard season as of today. I'll be right back. In recognition of our grand reopening and in honor of you, Hutch Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in Paintsville is celebrating with employee pricing for everyone. And you keep the rebates on any new 2013 or 2014 car, truck, or SUV and on all our pre-owned inventory. And register now with absolutely no purchase necessary for our grand reopening grand prizes. $10,000 in cash, $3,000 in cash, and 300 gallons of gasoline given away to someone on October the 26th at Hutch.
Hi, I'm Don McFarland. I am an attorney in Sayersville, Kentucky, and I'm here to serve you and meet your legal needs. If you have been injured on the job, if you are interested in receiving your disability or your SSI benefits, if someone's negligence has caused you trouble, basically, if you have been in a car wreck and you've suffered pain, then pick up the phone and call Donald Wayne, 349-9000.
Hold on to your hats because the doors are reopening at Red's Boot Barn in Sayersville this Tuesday with the same outstanding deals and amazing selection of country, western, and workwear at their new location on Route 114. So come on in and check us out at Red's. Game time means wing time at Lee's, and that means it's time for you to try our new buffalo wings. I can't tell you our secret, but I can tell you they're marinated and then rolled in our famous, albeit a little spicy, crispy chicken batter and served up with any of our 7 delectable sauces. So get your hands on a meal or a box today at your Sayers Lee's famous recipe, where no one does chicken like we do chicken. Faster, friendlier, family-owned Parkway Pharmacy, open 8:30 till 6:30 Monday through Friday in the new McGoffin Medical Plaza under the care of local pharmacist Jesse Rudd. To make Parkway Pharmacy your pharmacy, come by or give us a call at 349-4400. Sayersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce the newest members of our family, Administrator Lane Jones and our full-time chaplain Mark Campbell and volunteer Richard Green. New faces with the same sincere desire as these, to assist you and your family with short-term rehabilitation solutions or long-term nursing care needs, close to home and those that you love. Sayersville Nursing and Rehabilitation.
Fall is here, and it's time to rake in the savings at Home Furniture. Come in now for the largest sale ever on select bedroom suites. Prices have been drastically reduced, up to 40% off. All in-stock recliners are buy one, get one half off. Purchase a big screen TV, get a sound bar free. Seasons may change, but we'll always have financing available for everyone, guaranteed. Come in today while supplies last and take advantage of these huge savings at Home Furniture, Highlands Plaza, Prestonsburg.
A couple arrested on the Mountain Parkway last night after a traffic stop yielded a significant amount of marijuana, one of the most recent in a long string of such arrests on our main thoroughfare through the viewing area. Over the past several weeks, we've reported on several traffic stops taking place in the Mountain Parkway. The last several conducted by Sayersville City Police Officer Mike Nichols, Kentucky State Police Trooper Jason Pratt, and they have consisted covering a variety of drugs: marijuana, cocaine, crack, methamphetamine, prescription pills certainly, and many more. Last night, a significant amount of marijuana, only a portion of which you see here, was confiscated during another such traffic stop. This photograph, I'm told, represents only a small portion of what was seized. It was under a felony amount of marijuana, but still considered to be several ounces in weight. Police officers tell me that they were actually walking past a stopped car to go to a vehicle behind the one the suspects were in when they noticed what was a very strong and unmistakable scent of marijuana. They returned back to that vehicle, and inside were 2 individuals, Sherry Scott and Stanley Markle, who around 1 o'clock this morning were traveling the Mountain Parkway. They were charged with various drug-related offenses and lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Jail. We'll get back to local headlines in a few minutes. Right now, local announcements via tonight's community calendar. First up, though, a birthday announcement, and this one reads as follows. Happy birthday, Wes. On today's date, October the 1st, you, like me, might know him as Wes, His name is Galen Young Howard. Happy birthday to you, Wes, from a whole lot of friends and family, and a lot of folks down at the rescue squad as well, I'm sure. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
And by the way, we're still looking for Hoover. Hoover was lost and found, it's been some time ago. And now Hoover's just lost again. And his owner is hoping that you can help her find him. He's a large dog, black, brown, neutered male, missing from the River Road area, say about 2 miles from the mouth of Oakley. Very friendly, won't harm anyone, any animals, not a hunting dog, just a family pet who is missed dearly. I've got a phone number for you to call. If you see him, you can contact 884-8295. Now, I've got a daytime number for you, too, in case you see Hoover. Let's just do it this way, because I've got 3 or 4 numbers here. If you see Hoover and you don't have the phone number in front of you, as we do with all of our announcements like this, you call us. We'll get you in contact with Hoover's family. Just a couple of reminders on tonight's show. First, that a benefit has been set in honor of Jimmy Porter by his friends and family. Jimmy's been fighting a second round of prostate cancer since May of 2012, and he's had to take a layoff from work because of his illness being so severe, and doctors believe that his cancer has spread to his bones, and they're awaiting a second MRI to give him, hopefully, what we are hoping for is a better answer. His health insurance has expired as of July the 31st after having to quit work, and therefore this benefit has been set in his honor. The benefit's not until Sunday the 13th, 2 weeks, a little less now. But up until the 11th of October, less than 2 weeks, they're taking donations. Any donations are being accepted and appreciated for an auction that's going to take place at the benefit to be held in his honor, once again on the 13th. We'll remind you about the benefit itself, turning around, performing the auction, and other things of this nature when it gets a little closer. But for now, if you'd like to help support them and donate some items or find out how you may be able to help otherwise, call 367-2443 or 367-3734. And flu shots, okay, I'm not going to remind you much longer. It's time to get them. Better sooner than later. So says the health department and your doctor and everyone else who has a clue. So get yours today. I've actually got scheduled at least to get mine, hopefully here this week. But you can get yours at the health department Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8 till 3, Tuesdays, 8 to 5, and Fridays, 8 till noon. Or you can give them a call if you have any questions, 349-6212. Oh, by the way, and I didn't get it typed in tonight, but revival starting this evening at 7 at the Living Water Pentecostal Church on Parkway Drive across from the old Magoffin County Health Department there. Brother Bill Shepard, Brother Veldon McCarty, and others will be preaching, and you are now officially invited. As you're always invited to use our community calendar for such announcements, birthdays, anniversaries, and the like, this is how you get announcements to us, in addition to just dropping them off here at the newsroom. If we're not here, which I rarely am, except for locking myself in the editing and camera room and doing the show, leave it in the brass box on the door. I've got one funeral service announcement this evening brought to you on behalf of our friends at the Magoffin County Funeral Home, and it's in honor of 34-year-old Christina Renee Hale Barnett of Flat Gap, who passed away last Wednesday, the daughter of Donna Thompson Dale and the late Robert Hale. Visitation is going to be just prior to a memorial service held in her honor tomorrow at the Louisa Free Will Baptist Church. Besides her mother, she's also survived by 2 brothers and a sister. A memorial service will be held tomorrow from 10 to 1 at the church, and a visitation briefly will be held from 10 to 1, and a brief memorial service to be held thereafter beginning at 1 o'clock, once again from the Louisa Free Will Baptist Church. If you have any questions or to issue condolences, Phelps & Son Funeral Home of Paintsville is in charge of all arrangements. Regardless of the project, big or small, inside or out, Bailey's Carpet has your next job covered with service after the sale on Husqvarna and Red Max power tools and equipment. You covered with great deals on boots and clothing by Georgia, Red Wing, and Carhartt, and your floors covered with premium materials at low prices from Bruce, Armstrong, and more at Bailey's Carpet and Hardware in Salyers.ville.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. Which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Stop by to see how, with a guaranteed trade-in, you can drive off in this gorgeous 2011 Hyundai Sonata for $17,950 or $299 a month, or how to drive off with a little soul for $12,950 or $235 a month, or how to drive off with a lot of style in this Dodge Ram Daytona at $15,950, all at Premier Motors in Paintsville. 170s, 500, 570, 800, 900s, 2 seats, 4 seats, Razors, Rangers, and XPs in the hottest colors with the coolest accessories with the best financing available and rebates up to $1,000 at Connelly's, Kawasaki, and Polaris of Paintsville.
Howdy, Hatfield. I reckon I'll take my pig back.
Ain't your pig.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is, and I can prove it. Ma, I just sent a picture of our missing pig. Tell everybody it's time to start feuding.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I guess ain't gonna be no feud. Real nice picture, though.
We'll put it on Instagram.
Appalachian Wireless is 4G. Great pictures, video, text, and talk. Bigger savings, better service. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Whether you want to be feared or favored, funny or frightful this Halloween, Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop has everything you'll ever need for the mood or effect you desire. And while we never know just how colorful our natural landscape will be at autumn, we are for always certain the season is vibrant inside the region's largest selection of fall and home decor. So come and see what surprises and delights await you at Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville.
Fall is here, and it's time to rake in the savings at Home Furniture. Come in now for the largest sale ever on select bedroom suites. Prices have been drastically reduced, up to 40% off. All in-stock recliners are buy one, get one half off. Purchase a big screen TV, get a sound bar free. Seasons may change, but we'll always have financing available for everyone, guaranteed. Come in today while supplies last and take advantage of these huge savings at Home Furniture, Highlands Plaza, Prestonsburg.
There's little argument that OxyContin has indeed changed the world, and when you zero in on our part of the world, perhaps nowhere else has it changed more. Not just for its medicinal capabilities and abilities for those fighting cancer or other very serious illnesses, but also because of its addictiveness. We now know a little bit more tonight about the most recent ruling yesterday, which says that the Attorney General's lawsuit against Purdue Pharma, the manufacturer of OxyContin, is going to stay in Eastern Kentucky. Attorney General Jack Conway announced 2 key rulings yesterday evening, actually handed down from Pike Circuit Judge Stephen Combs in the Commonwealth's case against Purdue Pharma involving the alleged illegal marketing of its opiate pain reliever OxyContin. Purdue had filed a motion to get the venue changed from the case from Pike County to Franklin County. General Conway opposed that move, and then late last week, Judge Combs ruled that the case should stay in Pike County and be heard by a jury in Eastern Kentucky, as indeed it will. Also, the company, that being Purdue, had asked the court to allow it to withdraw or take back some admissions it had made in other proceedings that the company failed to respond to pleadings in the case, made when actually the company failed to respond to pleadings in the case. The court has also, as of this week, denied Purdue's motion. Among those admitted acts on behalf of the company that Purdue misrepresented or concealed the true addictive nature of OxyContin, including the risk of addiction, actual addiction, and other adverse health consequences, and if the company knew OxyContin was being abused and diverted from its intended use, and if they still continued to market and promote OxyContin as having less potential for drug abuse and diversion, encouraging physicians all the while who were not trained in pain management to overprescribe OxyContin. Purdue's actions, according to the lawsuit, caused Kentucky to spend excessive amounts of money on OxyContin through state-funded benefits and to combat abuse and diversion on or through OxyContin use. The admissions came actually in addition to a guilty plea in United States District Court in the Western District of Virginia. It goes back to 2007 for misbranding OxyContin. In that case, Purdue pleaded guilty along with 3 of its top executives. That case was filed against Purdue Pharma and Abbott Laboratories in Pike Circuit Court in 2007. This case was after Purdue pleaded guilty in 2007. Since that time, the company has employed various delay tactics which appear to have worked to avoid facing a Pike County jury, including removing the case to federal court and having it transferred to New York City. But it is now going to be back in Eastern Kentucky, where Attorney General Jack Conway and a lot of leaders throughout the Commonwealth agree that it should be. A reminder that you can still help. While I referred to it in our funeral service listings a few moments ago, services are to be held, in memorial at least, are to be held tomorrow for a Johnson County woman. And if you would like to assist her family with the cost of burial and related expenses, you can still do so by making a donation at one of any Eastern Kentucky locations of a specific financial institution, or by mailing those to the estate of Christina Barnett. Tomorrow will mark 2 weeks since the young Johnson County woman was last seen by her family. 1 week since her body was found burned and left alongside with some garbage off of Route 80 in Knott County. And tomorrow will also be when the family tries to honor her with services to be held, those services that I made mention of earlier. I also spoke with her mom, Donna Hill, yesterday before the program aired last evening. As I told you last night, she wants to talk to us sometime down the road, a little later after services, possibly about where the investigation stands, and more specifically about the loss of her daughter and the life that will be cherished that they got to share with her before she was taken from them. We can, however, remind you, though, tonight that services, although they are being held tomorrow, are still placing a financial burden on the family, as Christina had no insurance to cover such costs. And if you would like to assist with that endeavor, you can make a donation to the estate of Christina Barnett at any location of the BB&T banking institution, or you can mail it directly to the estate of Christina Barnett at 4985 Kentucky Route 201 in Sitka. The zip code is 41255. Once again, that's 4985 Kentucky Route 201 in Sitka, 41255. Now, I've got a few more remarks I want to make right after your forecast, but we need to go ahead and get to that. And once again, the National Weather Service not shuttering its website and its information that it forwards on to us each and every weeknight for us to allow you to the most up-to-date forecast for the viewing area. Well, here it is. Without further ado, a low of 57, beautiful day today, 80 degrees for the daytime high here at the newsroom. Very light breeze, around 2 to 3 miles per hour. Just a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Very nice, and like I said at the start of the show, I'd like to have a full month of October of them. We don't even have a full forecast of them, though. Partly cloudy skies later tonight, and look for some of that patchy fog developing. And it's been a little more than patchy in places, if you have noticed, after 2 a.m. Now, if you put tonight's forecast next to last night's, some days mirror images. A few others, a few tweaks. I'll let you know the difference. Tomorrow's basically the same as it was 24 hours ago. Gorgeous. Some of that fog lingering in the morning. Mostly sunny. 81 degrees, a low of 61. Thursday, 80, mostly sunny. Partly cloudy late. Maybe even a little more than partly cloudy late, but I don't think those clouds are going to be a rainmaker for us at this time. A low of 62. Friday looks to be right now our first shot of some showers. This has nothing to do with the cold front that's coming, just a chance of some showers late Friday night, a high of 80, a low of 61. We're still going to see some sunshine to finish out the work week. It's going to be gorgeous all the way through Friday. And Saturday, I'm still hoping is going to be quite nice. One little typo I've got to correct there. That's better. Saturday, I'm still hoping and holding out hope for it's going to be partly sunny and 80 and dry for most of the day. We do have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms starting to work its way into the forecast, filter in throughout midday hours in the time frame. I'm hoping that's going to hold off, and that 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms is not going to be something we're going to have to deal with until later on Saturday night. As the week is going further, that window of showers seems to be backing up and making its way into the earlier portion of Saturday bit by bit. We'll see if that trend holds out. Nevertheless, that cold front is going to really knock us in the head Sunday, with a high of 70, a low of 52, clouds, showers, storms, a good chance. Severe weather doesn't look to be a real threat right now, but just a big, wet, cold, messy nuisance. We'll start off next week even cooler than Sunday. We'll be down into the 60s on Monday. We might even stay there for a little while thereafter. Now, I don't have any prepared remarks to make, and this is not a major news flash or anything of that nature. Just kind of wanted to share what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks with you and for the past 15 years. I randomly picked this tape out of a stack of tapes. This goes back to 2001, around May of that year, if I'm not mistaken. Are you, it's like I can't even recall that being a reality. 2001 wasn't that long ago, and this report was about a hike, a jump in the gas prices of some 8 cents to $1.81 a gallon. Folks, that was just 12 years ago, 3 years after we started this program. Well, we're getting ready to mark 15 years here coming up on the second day of November for Your News Today. And I guess I want to say maybe an inspiration is what it's been to do some things long needed and some things that we've been wanting to do around the newsroom. So for the past couple of weeks, exteriorly, well, we've got a new fresh coat of paint. We've been brightening things up and taking time to do some things that have been neglected. Inside, we've got 2 new computer systems that we're editing on, one of which I've been to class on, one of which I've been beating my head against, putting in a lot of late night hours and getting myself accustomed to them with some parts that are coming in today, and then I'll get installed tonight. I hope to have that up and running. My bottom line, my point to all of this is basically this, that a lot of time here over the past couple of weeks has been invested by yours truly in making a great vast of improvements for this show as we begin our next year of coverage of Your News Today. These things you'll start to notice little by little, and they're all in an effort to make it a better viewing experience for you and to allow us to bring more into the format. So if things have been a bit shaky or I've appeared to be a bit absent-minded or anything of that nature, well, I wanted to get an explanation out there. And that's going to be it. You'll start to notice these changes ever so slightly filtering into the program. And after tonight, I'm hoping that a lot of the time that I've been investing day and night for the past days and weeks on end, well, that's going to free up and put me back on my whatever normal schedule was. And then we'll start putting a little more time into some reports that I've got laid back and something that we're hoping to do. And we're hoping all this is going to be something that will incite you even more about tuning in each and every weeknight at 6, 7, or 11 whenever you're watching the show. So there's the reason that I may have been a little bit absent-minded. I'll use that word all the time from here on out. But nevertheless, we will be getting back to a normal schedule, and you'll start to see things a little bit differently around here at Your News Today as we mark 15 years here just in a few days. And I've looked at that picture just about as long as I need to. For now, thank you all for watching. Andrew's got a ball game I'm going to try to make it to, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for what should be pretty much a regular day around here on Your News Today. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.